Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Here we go again. The internet has blessed us with another batch of clips where woke liberals attempt to school the world and end up schooling themselves instead. Let the destruction begin. First up, we've got a classic showdown where woke confidence meets cold, hard reality.
Where do I begin, my guy? You got a lot of dip on your chip, and I feel like the way that you coming at everybody else with like, oh, I'm alpha male, like, you know, whatever. Like, you're not used to a dominant woman. I feel like you are, like, it's easy kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you coming from with everything that you do, and confidence is cool, but like, know the difference a little bit. What you gonna say about my tooth, bro?
Why would I want a dominant woman when I'm the dominant one? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think you're the prize?
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't want.
Okay.
When you get a man that you actually want, please believe me, we're the prize.
She comes in swinging with all the alpha woman energy, arms crossed like she invented dominance. He listens, calm as a Zen master, and then drops the ultimate mic. You're the prize to the men you don't want. The shock hits hard, and suddenly all that performative superiority looks like a rehearsal for a sketch. Coming up, we've got peak woke theatrics crashing straight into reality.
Are you building a wall and preventing me from freely moving? They're building a wall around me right now, which I thought you guys were against that. Like, Donald Trump is ruining everything. Why are you guys building a wall? Ah! Louder. Ah! You need to go.
The crowd tries to crank up the outrage, but it's the kind of noise that collapses the second someone brings actual sense into the mix. One unhinged scream later, the whole protest vibe turns into accidental comedy, with their big moral performance falling apart faster than they can chant. Now this one's pretty good, straight from the classroom chaos.
You walk into your new classroom to meet your teacher, and you see me. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Ah! No. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Kids, back in the car. Everybody, no. Get your bag back in the car. We gotta go.
The teacher shows up like a rainbow explosion of enthusiasm, smiling and waving like everyone's best friend. The mother's reaction instantly hits full panic mode, eyes wide, backing away, muttering, nope, get the kids out of here. All that performative woke energy meets cold, unbothered reality, and it collapses instantly. Next, here's a masterclass in calm logic crushing woke theatrics.
I stated biological facts, and you have a problem with me stating biological facts. And the facts that I stated is for a man to have sex with a trans woman, he would be having sex with a biological male, which is... That is what I said. That is all I've ever said. I haven't sat on this podcast shaming people, being hateful towards people. I've stated very basic facts. And you sit on the other side and you're like, you can't do that as the supposed godly Christian man. You need to be tolerant towards people. It is our job as Christians to align ourselves with the Word of God. It is also our job to, as Jesus said, make disciples of the nations and to share the Word of God.
He sits down, states basic biological facts, and the room freezes like someone yelled fire in a theater. No yelling, no screaming, just facts. Meanwhile, all that performative moral outrage tries to act serious, but it's clear it can't handle reality. Now we've got a street-level comedy of woke confusion.
Okay, all right. Why do you guys think she won?
Because he just talks nonsense.
So based on performance, like, no, he definitely didn't win based on performance. What about based on policy positions?
He didn't have any policy positions.
What was your favorite policy position from Kamala?
From our group is walking away. Sorry, they know where we're going. I would have had this whole conversation. But
yeah. Okay. The people who are known for like looting and destroying things, and they're like, gimme, I'm a pirate. Of course they support Kamala.
The interviewer asks for policy points, and the woman confidently claims Kamala wins because Trump talks nonsense. Then she freezes like reality just hit her. Can't name a single policy and walks away mid-answer. Take a look at this. Pure woke confusion meets cold reality.
Women are coming, or people with uteruses, I should say, are coming here.
Well, first of all, how do you know how I identify? How do you know how I identify? Have you asked me my pronouns?
I haven't, actually, sorry.
Okay. So you assume I don't have a uterus?
Well, I'm saying people with uteruses.
What about me looks like I don't have a uterus?
I'm just saying, do you have one?
Do you see how your leftist, unbelieving worldview has just collapsed?
Oh,
How?
Yeah, because your challenge is if people don't have uteruses, they shouldn't have anything to say.
No, I'm saying that they let her do what she wants.
Do you think I have a uterus?
You could be trans, I don't know.
This is what happens with unbelieving thoughts, is that you get into such a mixed up position that you can't even tell the difference between a boy and a girl.
No, it's just that if you were trans, then I would accept you for that.
Okay, if a person does not have a uterus and yet pretends to have one, you would respect that?
Yes.
She starts strong, correcting herself mid-sentence to say, people with uteruses. Thinking inclusivity fixes logic, he calmly steps in and tears it apart with simple questions, pointing out contradictions she can't answer. By the end, all that performative gender virtue collapses under basic biology, leaving her flustered and speechless. Now for a street-level lesson in woke reality getting shattered.
I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. You guys are saving more women for me.
The young man starts out friendly, complimenting the green-haired activist like everything is fine. Then he drops a twist and suddenly all that performative virtue collapses. The smile disappears, awkward laughter ensues, and everyone watching knows the woke energy just got politely but completely destroyed. Up next is a perfect snapshot of what happens when woke talking points meet real life.
So you do believe we should open the border?
Immigrants flowing into the United States is a net benefit for the economy.
Would you house an illegal immigrant?
Yeah.
We have one here he needs a home.
Mi casa.
Yeah.
I'm not going to house anybody. You said what?
Oh,
No.
It's opposite day, so it means yes.
I'll say good evening.
The old guy starts off sounding like a walking billboard for open borders, but the second he's asked to put any of that into action, the brakes hit fast. All that loud virtue goes whisper quiet, and he slips away with the kind of exit you only see when someone's worldview folds under its own weight. Here comes Vivek Ramaswamy schooling the next level clueless.
It's about your civic duty to your country. And I think that part of what our founding fathers envisioned is we had voters who actually knew something about their country. You know, every legal immigrant who comes to this country has to pass a civics test before they can vote. Frankly, the sad truth is most voters would fail that if they took it today. That would make our founding fathers roll over in their graves. And so I think that we got to get beyond this idea that we're some kind of direct democracy.
He lays out basic civic facts, talking about voters knowing their country and passing a civics test before voting. Meanwhile, the young liberal in the split screen just stares blankly like this is a foreign language. By the time Vivek mentions most voters would fail today, the contrast couldn't be clearer. Now check this out. We've got Charlie Kirk calmly demolishing woke identity confusion.
I do identify as a man. Let's say I identified as a woman. Is that disrespectful to you?
It is to the extent if you make me believe it.
I'm not making you.
Hold on, anything. Time out. What if I mispronoun you or misgender you?
Are you doing it by accident or intentional?
Does it matter?
I think intentional.
Let's say I'm doing it on purpose.
If you're doing it on purpose?
Yeah, let's say that I believe you're not actually a woman, and you say, you must call me a woman. And I say, no, dude.
Well, so how you identify is
irrelevant. Because if it cannot be observed, it's not relevant in science.
A young man tries to trap him with the whole I identify as a woman angle, but Kirk shuts it down with cold logic. His line, how you identify is irrelevant, lands perfectly, leaving the kid blinking in disbelief while the audience realizes you can't argue reality into existence. Here's a good one, a moment where woke generosity takes a nosedive the second it's supposed to be real.
Felix from Mexico. He's an illegal immigrant. Would you be willing to take in?
I have no room.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a good reason. Would you be willing to open up your wallet to give him $20?
I'm poor.
You said you had no room in your house, not that you were poor. You won't give this illegal immigrant $20?
Get out of my face.
She starts off with that classic moral superiority, but the minute she's asked to back it up, everything collapses. Suddenly, there's no room, no money, and a whole lot of fan-waving deflection. It's peak performative kindness, getting vaporized on the spot. Now for this one, we've got a woke protester who talks a big game until she's asked to actually stand by her own beliefs.
Illegal immigrant from Mexico. Would you be willing to take him in with you?
I can't make a decision right now. I have to ask my husband too.
Well, you're the woman of the house. Can you call him right now?
No.
I thought you wanted to help illegals. Can he have the keys to your house?
No.
One simple question turns her confidence into pure panic, and she starts scrambling like she's trying to escape her own words. The second the pressure hits, all that moral grandstanding evaporates, and the room can't help laughing as her whole act fact, collapses on the spot. This time, we've got a congresswoman absolutely torching woke border talking points.
Do you think he was a good president?
Do I think Barack Obama was a good president? I think he did a good job.
Okay, how about you, Governor Pritzker?
I think he did a good job.
Obama did a good job. So then you would understand that Barack Obama had the very same policies for the most part on immigration that Republicans are parroting today, and yet you guys are sitting here saying that we're Gestapo. And what I would tell you is that what happens with open borders is that the real people that are coming here, the ones that are exploited, actually it hurts people on both sides, not just Americans, but the illegals. Some of you had said here to the actual committee that you are doing what you can to assist these people. But what I would say is that your policies aren't actually done from a place of understanding and sympathy. I would say that it's actually doing the exact opposite. And when you use brown people, just like they use black people with BLM and Marxists during BLM, when you use brown people and you put Mexican flags with them saying that you stand up for illegal immigrants, but you follow the money and it's going back to the Communist Party, what you're essentially doing is using your platform as elected officials, the trust that the American people have put in you, essentially to usher in communism. You're not actually fighting for American values. Don't roll your eyes because it's a serious topic, and that's what...
She lays out the chaos with zero sugarcoating, and you can practically feel the panic from the folks who push open border nonsense for virtue points. Every second of her takedown makes the woke script crumble on impact. Comping up, we've got a woman laying on the sarcasm thicker than concrete.
What I'm about to show you is pretty controversial. They finally surfaced photographs of Donald Trump grabbing up, and I'm disgusted. It's supposed to be the president of the United States, and yet this is what we have. We have a guy that goes around grabbing pussy.
She's hyping up some scandalous photos like she's about to expose the end of the world. And then the clip cuts to Trump shaking Gavin Newsom's hand. And suddenly the setup flips because the punchline isn't Trump at all. It's Newsom catching all the heat. Now check this out. We've got a blue-haired activist confidently preaching universal dignity.
You don't care if they're the worst criminal in the world and they have raped and children, they're okay?
I believe that they are human beings and that they deserve dignity just as everybody else.
I don't care about the dignity of child who have made my country unsafe.
You're a very sad individual.
Why? Sweetheart, you are the one with blue hair right now, a whole adult standing outside of a detention facility calling people these in 2025.
This interviewer pushes back hard, calling out the absurdity of defending child rapists and criminals. Her roasting hits with precision, leaving the activist stammering and speechless. Let's see what's going on in this one, where we've got a chaotic protest moment.
Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! She's gonna eat it! Did you say to me? You know I carry, right?
You've got the usual woke yelling about Trump, screaming slogans like auditioning for most outraged citizen, and then one little jab sends the whole thing crashing. The switch from performative confidence to panicked chest puffing is instant. Here's another moment coming your way. We've got a Wild Street challenge.
I just want to do this, but like hypothetically, how many guys do you think you could get with in a day if you wanted to?
Millions.
Infinity!
Yeah.
Infinity! If I wanted every single one of these guys, I could have them.
Right?
Anybody.
So if a guy came over here, you asked, you think he would say yes?
Yes. There's no doubt.
100%.
No doubt?
No doubt.
Y'all down to test it?
Yeah, why not?
They were saying, would you hook up with any two of them if you weren't married?
If I wasn't married?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why not?
Because I'm gonna marry her in the future.
Boring.
Okay, how about you? Would you sleep with us?
I personally, no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Not really my type. Yo, my man, real quick, you have a girlfriend?
I'm single.
All right. They ran. They ran.
Two women are confidently claiming they could get any guy they wanted, talking infinity like it's nothing. The interviewer flips the question on the men, and the responses are gold. One guy says, "No, I'm not gonna marry her," and another, "Not my type." The women immediately run off, leaving the whole scene hilariously exposed. And there you have it, another beautiful collection of woke meltdowns crushed under the weight of their own nonsense. If watching reality fact-check these people in real time made your day, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. More instant destruction is coming your way.